Welcome to the Human Kindness at Work podcast, where you'll hear inspiring stories of people just like you making a difference in their corner of the world. You'll hear how human kindness is at work and how you can be a part of it. I'm Jennifer Clark. Ready to be inspired? Here we go. How long could you go without taking a shower? A week? A month? 3 months? Now, hear me, this isn't a challenge, but a real thought experiment. After 90 days without a shower, how would that affect you? How would it affect others around you and how they see you? My guest today is the founder of the Be Heard movement, a unique mobile outreach for people experiencing homelessness in Tulsa and Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, providing a path to stability through access to hygiene. Their goal is to help end homelessness one person at a time, one shower at a time. Evan Dougoud is known for thinking outside of the box, for his passionate innovation, and for truly seeing and hearing the people in his world. But this isn't just about providing showers. It's a story about providing identity, dignity, and belonging. As one guest put it, there's power in the shower. Impact like this has an origin story, and the story of Evan Dougoud, and yes, that is his real name, is the key to Be Heard's existence and impact.
Be Heard is such a beautiful, innovative, unique story, puzzle pieces all coming together. So I'm originally from Virginia. My parents got divorced when I was young, couch surfed for a little bit, lived with some teachers for a little bit, and also, moved in with my grandma, who lived in a really rough area. She lived a few streets over from Allen Iverson's mom. They would play bingo together, which was really cool. But life for me as a teen was just trying to navigate emotions, hurts, pain, and it was very confusing to go a year before having a birthday with family, Christmas with family, to a year later, you're just by yourself with no bed. And it just was really tough to navigate. And eventually ended up playing college basketball in Pennsylvania at Summit University. And I was 2 years in, and my sister called me and said, "Hey, your dad is sick and not doing well. And he lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma." And so I decided, if he passes away, I just want to make sure that we ended on a good note and we could have a connection and conversation. So I left college, left basketball, left a lot behind me. And I wanted to, I moved in with him in Tulsa. This is around 2018. And as soon as I got there and moved in, his health became well. And we started having conversations, spending time together. And then during my time in Tulsa, I got a job working at Youth Services of Tulsa. They help unhoused youth under 24. And I was in that age range as well. So there was youth who were 16, 17, 18, 19 that was homeless. And I just couldn't believe that people weren't talking about it, or it wasn't a bigger issue.
Evan was given a camera, and paired with his empathy and curiosity, he set out to find the homeless youth of Tulsa to tell their stories.
And I met a girl named Ashley. She was 19, and she was really upset one day. There was a group doing outreach downtown Tulsa. They were passing out Gatorade, but in those bottles were gasoline. And Ashley was one of the youth that was affected by that. And she was upset how people are judging her, rolling their window down, calling her lazy, calling her a bum. And they won't even know her story or her first name, just her situation as it appears. And so Ashley had an idea to record her story on camera to spread awareness. And so I did my first, documentary style video. And I asked her, "Hey, what should we call this documentary series?" And she and other youth wrote down on a piece of paper, "Be Heard and Be Seen." That's how we got our name. So I didn't start it or come with the name. I was just in proximity to the need to be close, to hear people's stories, their pain, and to share that burden as well. So
Mm.
From then, we were doing documentaries, and it was on YouTube, and it was taking off a little bit. And I just wanted to honor the youth, but I couldn't believe that for their birthday and for Christmas, they were trying to fix the zipper on their tent and find bug spray. And
Mm.
as a 16-year-old, as a 17-year-old, as a 19-year-old, that is not okay. That is not
Yeah.
okay to wake up with no family, no birthday cake, nobody sending you a text. It's just, I have bug bites and I'm trying to stay alive today. That's all I want for my birthday, and
Mm.
maybe a shower on a good day. So from then, I was doing surveys, and come to find out that a lot of people experiencing homelessness outside of downtown haven't showered in 3 months. And so I couldn't believe that people were going that long without a shower, and that affected their mental health, their physical health, their emotional health. And from day 1 to day 90, I mean, you're a different person without a
Oh,
shower.
sure.
And so your confidence, people won't look at you in your eyes, make
Mm.
eye contact. And without a shower, it just strips a lot from us, a lot of dignity from us, right?
Mm.
And so come to find out, during that time after the survey, all the free public showers were downtown.
Mm.
And some of those are group showers as well. So if I'm on the east side of Tulsa or East Oklahoma City and I want a shower, it's a 4 to 5 hour walk to the nearest
Wow.
shower. So if I want to be clean and I want to feel water on my skin and I want to have good hygiene, I have to battle Oklahoma's heat and winter just
Yeah.
to feel water on my skin and just to feel human again, right? And so,
Mm.
um, I just couldn't imagine and fathom people were going that long without a shower. So I thought, if tacos can be on wheels, so can showers.
Love that. In 2021, 2 local churches got behind Evan's vision and provided a mobile shower trailer and a truck to transport it. The reactions from those first few showers proved to Evan that people were feeling seen and heard.
Seeing people go into that shower and come out with a smile, their hands are clean, they're dancing. It just shows you that a shower is so important.
Even in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, when most nonprofits had to limit or shut down services, Be Heard's model allowed their impact to grow.
Be Heard has just turned 5 years old. Incredible journey. It grew super fast. We're the only mobile drop-in center in Oklahoma. We provide shower through a shower trailer, laundry through a laundry trailer, clothing through a clothing trailer, haircuts through a barbershop bus, case management, hand washing stations, phone charging stations, all on wheels to Tulsa and Oklahoma City. And so our goal is to not copy or duplicate any other services, but to find where we can be different and innovative, and then allow people to feel human again, right?
Yeah.
One thing that, one quote that I would never forget is last year, one of our guests walked into the shower and walked back out and said, "How do I turn the water on? Sorry, it's been a while."
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will never forget that. So it's not just, hey, I haven't showered in a month. It's been 9 months. It's been a year. It's been a very, very long time. And so showers are so important. Very, very important. I mean, for job
Mhm.
interviews, most jobs have a hygiene policy.
Yeah.
So we all place a lot of value on a shower, and it should be for everyone, regardless of address status. So that's
Mm.
a quick story of how Be Heard came about. Didn't know where this was going to take us. I was 22, 23 during that time, and it's just been a beautiful, beautiful journey with a lot planned ahead.
As Be Heard served the homeless population, Evan learned that there were people outside of that population that still experienced hygiene insecurity, the lack of consistent access to essential hygiene products due to financial constraints. And just like Be Heard's homeless guests, this additional group of people were experiencing a lack of basic dignity and self-respect that Be Heard's hygiene trailers could help with.
Yeah, hygiene insecurity is not a new term, but still being developed over time. Just because as the economy is going where it is, people need more help, right? And so last year we just thought we're just serving the homeless population. Well, people who have a home but don't have running water are also
Mm.
coming to us to shower and do
Wow.
laundry. And even one person last year brought their dishes to do dishes at our hand washing trailer. And the need is
Mm.
just growing. And Beard's been very successful with this innovation, with our services, with our hospitality, that the mayor last year made all buses free to be heard, and everybody got to access hygiene and showers. And so, one thing that is very important, we believe that Be Heard is that front door to help you end your homelessness. So we're not the end all be all, but if you can take a shower, shower again, do a laundry, do another load again, do a shower
Mhm.
again, that your confidence in yourself, your self esteem
Yeah.
will increase, and then you have more likelihood to engage with case management and be honest with them. Just because there's a lot of turnover with case management here in Tulsa and Oklahoma City, and having
Mm.
to reshare your story and to have hope in somebody who's not going to be here in 3 months to offer housing anyway is a
Mm.
tough barrier. So hygiene and security, it's a lot of different things, but what we're seeing right now is it encompasses not just the homeless population, but everybody is affected by this. Even in a natural disaster, we've stepped up as well,
Mm.
and everybody deserves access to a shower. And it just does something to your mental health, your physical health, being more consistent of that. That almost you can take it for granted just because it's
Yeah.
so essential and it has to happen. A shower a day or 2 showers a day, we really feel empowered and privileged to take those showers, but not everybody has that same access. And so for us, hitting these smaller pockets of Tulsa and Oklahoma City, so people can shower, because if we weren't here, it would be a year, 2 years, 3 years without a shower. And that is probably a guarantee as well. So our
Yeah.
shower trailers, they're always busy. But
Mm.
how we clean them, our staff, we have a SOPs, or standard operation procedure of how we clean a shower, how they smell, how they look. We want them to be hotel-like, give them a unusual experience at Be Heard, that they know, hey, I am really cared for here, and I matter here, and I'm comfortable here, but most importantly, I'm safe here. And
Mm.
we love that we get to provide that. And hygiene security we're diving deep into that for
Mm.
sure. And everybody deserves access to a shower.
Yes. There's a phrase in your mission about combining soul work and social work. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. So Tulsa has many nonprofits and many beautiful churches. And oftentimes in this space, when I first got in this nonprofit sector, they weren't partnering with each other. And
Mm.
so my thought was, this problem is bigger than an IRS letter, and bigger than a faith-based
Yeah.
box, right? We really need both to come together. And
Yeah.
it's been beautiful to bring that here at Be Heard, where a church here locally is partnering with a dispensary to serve somebody taking a shower. And it's unusual, but it's really needed for this issue, just because if the church, the city, and businesses came together financially to help end homelessness, I definitely think we can here in Tulsa. And
Yes.
Be Heard just wants to be that bridge of, hey, we brought together the city, we brought together the churches, and hey, we made this happen together. And
Mhm.
regardless of belief, regardless of stance, we somehow ended somebody's homelessness, everybody's homelessness, because of partnership too. And
Yeah.
we also believe that people who want, supportive services, faith-based services, can access those as well. So churches want to come out and they want to provide, let's say, prayer or Bible study. There's a space for that. Or if there's an artist who wants to come out and do an art class, there is a space for that, right? Nothing
Mm.
is ever forced. Things are encouraged. But overall, when you leave, we want you to know, hey, like, this is a partnership with churches, with the city, and you matter to us, and we're going to help you end your homelessness somehow, some way.
This partnership between the city, business sector, and churches to aid Be Heard's mission isn't just an idea. It's happening in big and small ways, like when Lush Cosmetics heard about their mission.
I'm a big fan of Lush. So Lush corporate office is in Toronto, and they saw one of our TikToks and they loved what we did, and they emailed us and said, hey, we would love to just get involved. What do you need help with? Well, body wash, shampoo, conditioner, lotion are really big items for us that we always need. And they have, we've secured a partnership with them. They send us pallets
Awesome.
every few months of just organic body wash, shampoo, really high quality. And our guests love the way they smell and love the way they make, their skin feel. And so having Lush help us with the burden of purchasing hygiene, because it's very expensive. Last year we were serving around 175 people a day.
Wow.
And we're doing around 80 showers. And so it was a lot to keep up with. That's a lot of shampoo, a lot of body wash to provide. And so Lush coming in has been phenomenal partner with that. And so, but businesses who are interested in helping Be Heard, whether it's expand to their city or just they want to be a sponsor or they want to do a match giving. There's so many ways that people can get involved locally and then also nationally too. So Lush isn't really locally corporate office in Oklahoma. They have stores here, yes, but overall, like their corporate office message us first, and we're able to have a partnership with them. We give them an impact update. Really cool stories of VIP moments that we can share with them, some content. And we want them to know that, hey, like, you're making a difference with us, and you matter. But on our website, we want to make as many pathways as possible for businesses to bring their gift to Be Heard, help us financially, become a sponsor, or get us another trailer. There's so many ways to get involved.
So you have a lot of volunteers who step up to do these seemingly small things like handing somebody a towel, offering a haircut, helping with laundry. How do you see the experience change the volunteers as well?
Yeah, I would say Be Heard is not your normal volunteer experience. And not to knock any other nonprofit, we are completely outdoors. We're not inside. So typically, if you're volunteering, you're inside in AC serving food or boxing items, which that's also great. But with us, in August, our volunteers are in 100-degree heat for an hour, helping us clean showers. And they are our VIPs of the day, just because
For sure.
we decided to clean showers in 100-degree weather, sweat, walking up and down stairs, put gloves on, and also have a smile on your face. Like, that is huge. And we love that our volunteers are committed to the mission and the people that we serve. And it's not bound by it's hot today or it's cold today. Like, I want to help. And that's been really successful as well. We even had some people who, hey, I don't like homeless people, but I'm here trying to learn. And they can come in and volunteer with us, and they meet somebody and they become really good friends with them. And it's really cool how that happens, where, your perspective is challenged in a different way, where, hey, this person, I was judging them, but now I want to protect them. I want to help them. I want to get them food. I want to clean their shower. And each week we're seeing that each and every week. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, like, organic turnaround. One of the hardest parts for our staff and even volunteers has been, we get so close with those we serve. And then unfortunately, some pass away on the street. So about 2 or maybe 3 years ago, there's a guy named David. He came to Be Heard, took a shower, was having just a rough day. I gave him a book bag. We're playing cornhole together. That was the last time I saw him. Later on that night, it was on the news that he was murdered. And I just could not believe that, one, he was so close to get housing, very close to get housed. And that's what he wanted, and get his kids back, right? And then he just life happened and did not make it. And so his story lives on through Be Heard each and every day, and we miss him. And we his legacy lives on, right? Why are we clean a shower? Why are we so trying to be innovative to help? Because of David. He should still be alive. And that's happened a lot to other people where they lost their life in the snow, or, hey, I was trying to stay out the storm and I went to a storm drain and that person didn't
Mm.
wake up and police call us to identify the body. So it's just a
Yeah.
very interesting space of emotions for volunteers and staff, because you just never know if this is their last shower or not, or last conversation, or last time they ever felt kindness on this earth. And so we take that very seriously of people need help. And if I was in David's shoes, I would want somebody to play cornhole with me for my last time as well.
Yeah. You mentioned some people starting to volunteer with you who maybe, you know, uh, had feelings of prejudice against people who are homeless. Um, Thinking about people like that, thinking about the scale of homelessness, how it can feel pretty overwhelming. What's one way that we can see and honor the humanity of the people around us?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. And with that, it just starts with perspective. And so we have to be open enough to be uncomfortable with our perspective of homelessness, right?
Mm.
That I've seen it for the past 5, 6 years where um, we, as a society, we put a lot of weight of address status. So just because this person doesn't have an address status, they're deemed unsafe, they're deemed scary, they're deemed unpredictable, right? But if that can't be the only reason why that our perspective is like that, you know. Once again, if which this has happened here in Tulsa, that we lost, I think that a windstorm 2 years ago, and everybody lost power, and people were driving insane. People were trying to get all the gas from Quick Trip. And that was just 1 week of not having electricity and even a shower. So
Mm.
imagine that over years. And that's also considered a natural disaster, state of emergency, that nobody has power, electricity, running water. But for our neighbors, it's just, oh, that's just them. That's their fault.
Mm.
And I think we have to be able to challenge that perspective of, man, like, if this person is homeless because it's their fault or not, how should I respond as a neighbor to them? If, like I said, if it was their fault or not, we still have responsibility to be kind to them, to treat them as human, right? And if we don't, that person's life is at risk. So,
Yeah.
like Ashley, people put gasoline in that Gatorade bottle. That happens all the time, right? But it's pretty rare, and it's hard to find the opposite of that while you're homeless. Kindness,
Mm.
compassion. And some people are like, well, I tried to get this person a water. They didn't want it. It's not about their response. It's about our action to them, right? We want
Mm.
them, even if we wave and they don't wave back, it is okay. We are making an attempt to say, hey, I see you, you're my neighbor. I wish I could do more, but for right now, all I have to offer is kindness.
Yeah.
And that is okay, regardless of their response. Or they might even respond in a negative or angry way. Trust me, it's not you. It's
Mm.
the 10, 20 people in front, who came before you, that have made fun of them or offered or promised them help, but also took advantage of them, you know? And so, for example, in Tulsa, a lot of our guests that we serve go through so many case managers, and it's not even their
Mm.
fault, right? There's high turnover in case management, which means this one person had 5 case managers in the past 2 years. So
Wow.
imagine you go into a restaurant and all 5 times it's horrible. So the sixth person you're not going to trust them, you know?
Right.
That's what's
Yeah.
happening to a lot of people who, hey, I try to give them a water, I try to give them a handshake. They were upset because you're that sixth person.
Yeah.
Don't take it
Yeah.
personally, but still offer kindness, still wait for them, leave a water bottle on the ground, and things like that. So
Mm.
there's so much more to their story than what we can see in that chapter. You know, There's childhood trauma. There's trauma from yesterday that could have happened.
Yeah.
We used to have no clue. So even knowing David, super nice guy, but it took a while to get, have a handshake with him. It took time. And time is uncomfortable because you mentioned people are busy.
Mm-hmm.
People are busy. It's not convenient. We want to
Yeah.
give them a snack pack and they cry and they go, You're the best. You saved my life." That's super rare. But impact and kindness takes time,
Mm.
and we'd be willing to sacrifice time because we're all busy. We have family, important things to do, and
Mm-hmm.
but impact requires that.
One of the things that stands out to me about the Be Heard movement is their emphasis on allowing those they serve to truly be seen and heard. Their stories matter. Evan's team is getting to know their guests as human beings first. Who are they? How has life affected them? Why are they in the position they're in? What are their hopes for the future? Hearing about the difference Evan and his team are making in their world moves me deeply. There's something so simple and human about the change they're bringing. If you're curious about how to join human kindness at work through Be Heard, Evan has so many ways we can help.
I'll start with the big one first. And so I have just invented the world's first ever virtual volunteer vending machine. And so for the past few years, with Instagram and TikTok, the power of social media, we have just grown our following organically. And we've had people message us from Florida, from California, from Massachusetts saying, "Hey, I want to help, but I don't live there. What can I do?"
Mm-hmm.
So we saw that gap. And then we also saw that in Tulsa, after 5 p.m., there aren't that many services available to people. And so we thought, how can we bridge the two problems? So right now we are repurposing Amazon lockers where, let's say if you're experiencing homelessness, you walk up to these lockers, you press a button for help, you talk to a live volunteer, can be from anywhere in the world, and it's almost like FaceTime, and you can say, "Hey, I need some first aid kit, some dog food, some socks, some hand warmers, some underwear," and the volunteer can click on their app to open the lockers to dispense those items to the neighbor. And
That's amazing.
yeah, so the overall goal is to provide services after hours, and then also give people who are not in Tulsa or Oklahoma City a space and avenue to volunteer from the comfort of their own home while they're cooking, while they're watching the game, during halftime. Like, it's so easy to get involved now. And so that will be officially launching in June. And we'll have 2 events, and it's just the first ever in the world. So hoping to expand those to other states as well. But for right now, there is a space to volunteer virtually from, regardless of if you work late, early, got kids, no kids, you can get involved with yourself or with the group as well. So that's one of
incredible.
the newest ways to get involved. And second is we started a thing called $2 movement. And so our goal is to have 10,000 people donate $2 a month each month. And we need about, I think, 9,000 more people. And that's just one way to get involved. Is $2 really helps us out to provide services. Propane is very expensive. Gas per generator is very expensive. But if we just had a really wide reoccurring giving base, it would help us out, even open up more days for outreach as well. So those are
That's
kind of
awesome.
the two main areas to get involved. We're going to be doing virtual tours very soon of our work. If you want us to expand to your city, you can reach out as well, or it'll make my heart happy to get more trailers and stuff. Say, "Hey, I want to be heard a shower trailer or another laundry trailer." It's needed. We can make it happen. Let's fundraise together. Let's make it happen. So, but locally or nationally, you can definitely get involved with Be Heard, and that's what we wanted to design that.
Is your creativity sparked by Evan's ingenuity? I mean, come on, a virtual volunteer vending machine? If your creative wheels are turning as you listen and you want to make a difference in your world, Evan has some encouragement for you.
I would say that their story matters first. Whatever they've been through, the listeners, whether it's whatever story they've been through, whatever the season they've been through, it matters, right? So use that, and it's also a gift for somebody else. So there's been a lot of times over the past 6 years at Be Heard that I've been able to share my story with people on the street, and vice versa. Listening to their story has been great as well. And that's been like the best gift I think I have to offer personally to people on the street. But two, all nonprofits are at capacity. There are a few nonprofits that I know have shut down recently, and it's a scary, scary space. People aren't giving as much anymore, and people aren't volunteering as much anymore. Volunteers in your local area need help, whether it's volunteer hours, whether it's, hey, can I sit on the board committee to help with fundraising, or hey, I love doing policy, can I help improve your policy. Like, bring your gift to the table, whether it's tech, whether it's admin. All volunteers are stretched really thin. I know we are, and we all need help somehow, some way. So if it's more than just volunteering, right? There's different gaps to get involved in, but all nonprofits are like hoping to find people to email them randomly and say, hey, I want to help you, and here's what I can do. So definitely reach out to your nonprofit, surprise their staff with maybe some little thank you cards or a lunch, or just get involved any way you can.
Evan said impact requires time, and that one is staying with me. May we all be the kind of people who give consistently of ourselves, our skills, our finances, and our time, so that others can feel seen and heard. If you want to learn more about Be Heard, check out the link in the show notes. I'd love for you to join me in becoming a regular donor, as a corporate donor, part of the $2 movement, or sponsoring a shower for $10 a month. There are so many ways to partner with Be Heard to make a difference. This episode is sponsored by my voiceover business, Jennifer's Voice. The sound of human kindness matters in whatever story you're telling. So check out samples of my work and get in touch for your next media project at jennifersvoice.com. Until next time, look for the stories around you. Take the time to really see and hear the humanity right in front of you, and meet them with kindness. See you next time.